Welcome back, everybody. This is our last video for chapter 6, and we are still with the GDP gap. So let's discuss it a little bit further. Some takeaways. The GDP gap is represented as the difference between the economy's actual GDP and potential. So the actual minus the potential is how we end up with it. Here's an example right here. Let's just do it now. Here's the actual GDP. These are valid figures that are most recent. So if we're looking at the actual GDP of 20,940,000,000, right? And the potential at 22,000 or 22,000 billion. Well, the difference between them, if we were to take this less than 21 billion and deduct from it the 22, what we end up with, and divided by the 22, because remember we're dividing by that potential, we end up with 0.04818, and that gives us this negative 4818. This is a negative gap. We are underperforming by almost 5%. That's what that means. This is how we figured this one out. Negative GDP gaps are common after economic shocks. So negative market status, negative feeling, negative GDP gap, it's a recession. A large positive, in this case, you're looking at an economy that is overproducing, potentially overheating with inflationary risks. And the term GDP gap is also applied more simply to describe the difference in GDP between two national economies. And sometimes we do that comparison. I'm not worried too much about that one. So a negative output gap indicates there's slack in the economy. A positive output gap indicates that the economy is doing quite well and above that. And this is from our previous slide. So this is the GDP gap for you. We will work with it some more in your homework and on the exercises that I look forward to getting from you guys. In the meantime, you have a wonderful rest of your day. This is all that is left for this one. Take care.